today is our training number 57, and today we want to look at high ticket property selling. You know, properties, they are of different categories. Today we want to look at high ticket. That's properties that, for the purpose of this our training, we will consider properties that 50 million to 5 billion and above as high ticket properties. It's not the way you market a 3 million naira property. It's not the way you market this kind of property. And you will agree with me that the type of buyers are completely different. Do you understand? So if we're approaching somebody who wants to buy a 50 million naira property, the way you approach somebody who is buying a 3 million plot of land, you'll be missing it, and I'm assuring you, you will not get the best result. We will see why as we progress. So what is the objective? What do we want to achieve in this today's training? One, we understand high ticket real estate, what it really means. We learn where the buyer philosophy, psychology. We discussed buyer psychology that time, but this time focus on wealthy buyers. We find out what high value claims. How do you find them? Where do you get people who can buy this kind of properties? Then we develop high networking skills. We present investment opportunities, and we close large property deals. This is what we want to achieve. I'm very, very passionate about this training today because I think our property fall within this category, most of our property. Apart from the empty plots of land, we don't have any other property that is below 50 million. And gradually we may even move to, this range. So premium raise. So what is high ticket property? They are premium real estate assets, luxury apartments, commercial complexes, shopping plazas, high-end land and villas, land for large developments. Typical range should be between 50 and 5 billion, please. You understand me? It's 50 million and 5 billion and above. You can do 50 billion. They all belong to high ticket transaction. So why learn high ticket selling? One, it will help us, for you guys, Realtors, you earn bigger commission. You will make fewer days, but you will earn what? Higher income. Then number three, you have access to wealthy networks. If you are specialized on selling high ticket, it will expose you to know high net worth individuals, people who have money that can buy what you are selling. Then as a realtor, you have what? Higher reputation, you have higher confidence, long-term wealth opportunities. Do you all agree with this? So if you are closing deals of 50 million in selling high ticket property, what are the things involved? First, you focus on return on investment, asset appreciation, portfolio diversification, exclusivity, title security, prestige, and status. As we discussed in previous training, most of the people who are buying high ticket properties, they are not buying to go and live there. Do you understand me? We will see what concerns them. So that is why I say that it's not the way you market 2 million, 3 million, 5 million naira property. These people, some of them are living in the highbrow areas of the city. You understand me? So if they are investing on property, mostly is what? They are looking at return on investment. Do you understand me? So if you are approaching this person and be telling him or her, this is a very nice location, it's a serene environment, you can come out and have fresh, this is not what they want to hear. Do you understand? They're interested in what? The numbers and the appreciation. If I buy this property now, how much, if let's say I put 1 billion here, how much will it be in the next 2 years, 3 years? That's what they are looking at. Hmm? Some of them also, they want to diversify their portfolio. They can have funds in oil and gas or stocks and all that. Then they want to put their money elsewhere. They want to have a diversified portfolio. Then they're also thinking of what? Exclusivity. We're only 20 people having this kind of house in Maitama. Do you understand? For them, that's the area they are looking at. Then title, security, prestige, and status. Next slide. So the number one, two things you need to consider is what? Psychology of the wealthy buyers. Just as we discussed last time, status, it matters to them so much, to the extent that if somebody is considering putting 1 billion in a property, maybe for a residential house, it's now an issue of what? I belong to this class of people. I'm sure if you go to Busape, you see people who, even though some people, it's not everybody that is living in Busape that they count as people who really belong. Do you understand? People in this area, they just have a class. They look at the type of house they have and stuff like that. So investment potential. So what will be coming back to them? Scarcity. High ticket buyers, they don't want to buy what everybody is buying. Do you understand me? They don't want to buy what everybody is buying. First of all, why don't they want to buy what everybody is buying? One, it doesn't distinguish them. Do you understand? And secondly, when they want to sell, they want the property to be, when they want to resell it, they want people to be, if you are looking for that kind of property, to be hard for you to find. And what does that do? It helps them to increase their price. Hmm? Then for high ticket buyer, they're also looking at what? Trust. Can I trust this real estate developer? Will they deliver on time? For example, if it's a project that they are buying off plan. These are what? You remember what we discussed last week? These are what they are thinking. These are their behavior. This is what is going on in their mind. And if you are not able to, present these things to them in a very clear way, they will not be able to buy from you. Then value over features. We see value over features later in this training. Next slide. So number three things that are involved. Types of high ticket buyers. Who are these people who are high ticket buyers? Number one is what? Politicians, corporate executives, diaspora investors, investment groups, real estate developers, top professionals in their field. For example, people who are living in diaspora, they are earning very good money in that place. You know that if they convert the foreign currency, maybe USD, Euro, or pounds, they will be able to buy properties that are worth 50 million going upwards. Do you understand? And then, of course, real estate developers. Real estate developers, if they are buying property, they are buying, for resale or to develop, like we are buying large acres of land. It will come into high ticket properties. Do you understand? Do you now see that for us as a real estate developer, no matter the property you present to us, what interests us most is what? If I buy this property, before we buy any property, I'll give you an example. We do our calculation. If you are selling 10 hectares of land to us, for example, before we even go to negotiating table with you, we do our maths. If we are selling this property, maybe as site as services, we do a calculation. How many plots will come out of this? How much can we sell? One, Abi? Then we also look at, if we buy today, what is the appreciation tomorrow? So no matter what you are telling us, this place is on top of Aso Rock, is the mass we are interested in, not you understand me? Of course, those things can come, but I'm telling you the core things that we consider. Do you understand? Because the appreciation for us also, we should buy a property that should appreciate within a short period of time. People buy from us. Do you understand? So next slide. Okay, where do you find these high ticket claims? One, you get them in what? Business associations, investment clubs, professional conferences like the one we attended last time, religious network, social clubs, example, golf, Rotary, polo. Then you find them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you get a lot of professionals or the high achievers, people who are top professionals in their field. Okay, so how do you, the next thing we want to talk about here is what? Personal branding for realtors that want to sell to what? High ticket, that want to sell high ticket property. This one is also very, very important. You don't come to me. If you come to my office now, say you want to send land for me in Guzape, and I look at your shoes, I swear to God, you are building the trust, and from market analysis post, you are telling the people what the market is saying. If we invest 1 million here, this is how it can be in the next 6 months or 1 year. That is market analysis. You are telling the people that you are what? On top of the game. You are not doing guesswork. They should see you as what? Professional or consultant. So it's very, very important that if you want, because look, somebody will not part with his money, with his or her money, to give somebody who he feel have never handled that kind of money before. Do you understand me? So some people could be, you could be doing some posts, people are watching you. What they want to know is whether you really know what you are doing. Do you understand me? So it's in where you are doing analysis, what is happening, tell them what is happening. And sometimes go beyond what is happening even in Abuja, go other places in the country, go outside the country, compare what is happening here with what is happening in the other places. Remember last time, I think we had a training on trends, Abuja real estate trends. You can go further and discuss what is the trend also in other countries. It shows people who are following you how vast you are. So investment education content is also similar to market analysis posts, high quality photos and videos. So high quality photos and videos, industry thought leadership, public speaking skills. Please, all these things boils down that people who want to buy high ticket property from you, they must see you as a professional who knows what he or she is doing. Brand yourself properly. They will not, no matter what you do, and you are not doing some of these things we are discussing here, they will not buy from you. Remember also that as we saw in the type of people who buy high ticket properties, you are talking to people who own businesses. You are talking to what? Professionals. So if they have interaction with you and they find out you are shallow in knowledge, they will not. They are, because don't forget that they have other people who are smarter than you that they can talk to and get what they want. Do you understand me? So personal branding is not something you can do without if you want to sell high ticket property. Do you understand? Nobody will bring his or her money to give a realtor who don't know what he's doing. Next slide. Okay. The high ticket sales formula. First of all, you start with what? Lead generation, client qualification, investment process, presentation, risk elimination, and what? Closing. We all know what lead generation means. We know how to qualify the leads. When we get leads, we know how to qualify them. It's very, very important that you know the person deeply. If he or she has even bought property before, you try to find out, the value of the property he bought before. And some of these things, thank God today, you can get some of this information on social media. But please, when you are going to social media, be aware of what? Packaging. Eh? Some people package themselves to be what they are not in real life on social media, but it will still give you a clue. Okay, next slide. Okay, so what are now the steps for getting this list? You go to what? LinkedIn marketing, investment webinars, social media marketing, developers partnership, networking events, and referral systems. This, I think we have discussed lead generation. These are the sources where you can get your leads. Then, so step 2, qualification. You confirm what? Their budget. Understand what? Investment goals, preferred location, purchase timeline. You see what I'm talking about? You can't be talking to somebody about 50 million naira property while the person's budget is 20 million. It will not work. So these are some of the things you find out. Then third step is what? Sell opportunity, not features. Show return on investment, show rental income, show location growth, and emphasize scarcity. These are the processes we will follow to sell what? High ticket properties. We will still discuss this sell opportunity, not features. Example. So when you want to sell a properties to high ticket people, don't emphasize on the features, as I said before. See this example. This commercial unit is positioned in a fast-growing district. Investors here typically earn strong rental income, while property values continue to rise. Limited units available, early buyers usually get the most appreciation. Can you see that this sentence alone have described so many things that are the concern of high ticket buyer? When you say position in a fast growing district, that means what? There's potential for appreciation. Investors here typically earn rental income. You have addressed what? Issue of return on investment. Then values continue to arise. That is what? Appreciation. The person bought the suit 55 million today. In the next 1 year, it is 65 million. You have addressed appreciation. Then, since there are limited use units available, early buyers usually get the most appreciation. What are you trying to address here? Urgency and scarcity. Do you understand? So this is what goes on in the mind of high ticket buyers. If you are telling them, you see another example. So instead of saying this shop is 30 square meter, you say what? This retail space can generate 4 to 6 million annually in rental income. Do you see it that this is what will interest the person? Even sometimes we will go and say this is 30 square meter is on ground floor. These are what? The features. But emphasize what? The value. What will the person get? Why should I buy? Is it 30 square meter on ground floor? And so what? Do you understand me? 30 square meter on the ground floor is the features. It has, we have power supply here. Those are the features. But the value, what the person will get, what are the benefits? Another word, correct word is what? What are the benefits? That is what will interest them. So please, when you are teaching high ticket property, emphasize what? On the values, the benefits, what the person will get from buying the property. Do you understand? Next slide. Okay, so eliminate risk. Can you guys tell me what, just although I've highlighted this, but what do people think that are risk when people are thinking of buying? So what they are trying to say here, what we are trying to say basically is anything that will create doubt in the mind of the person that want to buy. you should be able to eliminate all of them, not one. Do you understand me? Yes. So, for example, so what is this thing is only saying that you try to answer the question that is going on in the mind of the person. Risk is anything that can go wrong in the property transaction, or when the person buy the property, things that can go wrong. And one of them is what? Title security. If there's problem with the title, to be a problem. Development timeline. We all know this one, Abi? Yes, because up to today, I can tell you that some people are still saying, will the mark more be ready the day they promise? If this is topmost in most people's mind, and if I'm in their position, I will also be concerned about this. Property management, this is another issue, because when it comes to commercial spaces, it's not just about finishing the development. How do you manage the place after the people have bought and you commission the mall? It's very, very important. For example, you put lift. When the person was coming to buy, you told him or her that see lift, we have installed lift, but the place come into operation, the lift is not functional. So these are the things. Then exit strategy. I invested 100 million on this project. How do I go out with my return on investment? Do you understand me? You should be able to, because for some people, they want to buy off plan, Abi, and they want to say when you have finished building the place and the place is functional, they are not interested in getting rent. You should be able to explain it to the person clearly, how the person can exit from the deal. Do you understand? So these are the things that you must see. If you are not able to explain these things to the person properly, all you will hear is that I will get back to you. So step 5, use confident closing. Example, reserve 1 or 2 units, avoid weak question, and create what? Urgency. Do we understand this? You should be confident on what, just like what we discussed in the previous slide. If you are talking to somebody to buy high ticket property from you, you should be what? Confident in what you are saying. You should be sure. If the person asks you, when will this project be finished? If you say, I think by June next year. Do you understand it? That means you are not what? You are not sure. You are not sure of what you are saying. Then reserve 1 or 2 units. You are telling the person, say, look, if you want to key into this project, you need to take decision now. I need your commitment so that I can do what? I can keep the property for you. That means you are also creating what? Scarcity. You understand? So the person knows that if he or she doesn't take action, if he come back to you tomorrow, you will not. Do you understand? Then you will discuss last time. You know what are the weak questions. Don't be the one to say I will give. If you give your price, you say I will give you discount. That means you are already telling the person from your own point of view, you think the property is overpriced. Do you understand? So there are questions that you don't ask the client when you are even if it's not high ticket. Please don't ask question. We discussed something like this last week. Don't ask question. Don't negotiate against yourself. Yes, I think that's the best word we discussed last time. Then also create urgency. They need to know that the problem. You understand? Because once there is no this sense of urgency, the person will continue to delay in making decision. And people funds, the person may have the money, but if you don't have that need, that if you don't have that idea that there is urgency for him to take action, the person will just be relaxed, because I think nobody really want to part with his or her money, even if it's investment. Abi? If somebody have like 1 billion now, he wake up in his phone, you see in his or her alert 1 billion, the person will be happy. So anything that will make him or her to part with that money, it means that it has to be something that is urgent. If the person has the feeling that even in the next 6 months, he or she can still come and the property is there, the person will like to keep that money in his account and be looking at it. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, so power of storytelling shape past investor success, demonstrate appreciation, build trust, and what? Still create urgency. Do you see it? Eh? So when you come to this storytelling, what are the people want to hear? The people that bought plot of land in Kagini when we launched at 7.65 million, the plot is now 12.25 million. Abi, even if they didn't give the person a percentage, the person can quickly do the math. Abi, okay. People who invested in this mall, people that bought shop here, they are now getting 4 million naira rent on the shop annually. That is what? A story. Okay, this property, and this is true. We are looking for something else now in terms of land. Like this man is bringing properties worth 950 million, and the size is just a bit larger than what we are selling. Do you understand? I'm not saying it's his fault too, but that is how the property has appreciated. We cannot get the size of land where we are building the Mark Mall. We cannot even get it at 10% higher than what we bought before within a space of 1 year. We cannot get it. Do you understand? So this is what you do. When we are buying this place where we build the Mark Mall, we bought at 500 million. Today we cannot get the same property at 600 million. You are telling what? Story of how the property have what? Appreciated. Build trust. I have sold property to so and so people before, and they are happy. This is where you bring what? Client testimonials. Then you create urgency. Presently, we have just 6 suits left in this plaza. Are you ready to take action today? These are is this a lie or is it truth? Okay, so 8, high ticket sales tools, investment brochure, project presentation desk, ROI analysis, drone videos, and 3D renders. Drone shot, we know what you shoot a drone so that the person will see the whole area. Project presentation desk. That is where you discuss how you are going to do the project, the timeline you are going to use to deliver, the date they will come and take over the place, and every other information, even how you are going to manage the place after construction. It will come under presentation desk. Common realtor mistakes to avoid if you are trying to sell high ticket property. 1, chasing low budget buyers. There are people you will meet, no matter what you talk, they don't have the money, they don't have. So why are you, why are you sending them message every week and they don't have the capacity? It's not their fault. What you are selling is not just for them. Okay, poor branding, both personal and product. We understand this. We have discussed about what? Personal branding. The product also need to be branded properly. So you can see that if you, I give you an example. If you go to Kuje now, some people are selling 400 square meter for 3 million. But I have seen a developer that his own is 8 million and people are buying. What is the difference? Branding. both personal and what? The property. If you see all these things we discuss, if you see their drone shot, if you see their videos, it's something like they did in US, but it's in Nigeria here. So how you brand is very, very important. Location where the property is located, but how you, even the name you give to the estate. Do you understand me? It's very, very important. So I give you an example. Instead of, let's say we want to build a shopping plaza in Kuje. I'm giving an example. Instead of saying shopping plaza in Kuje, you can do what? Kuje Prime Commercial Hub. Do you see the word prime? No be, you don't differentiate. I'm just giving you an example. Then when you come to the design and the way you package the whole thing, there are things that you can put that will differentiate you from other people. That is what they mean by what? Branding. If it is just a plaza, everybody is building plaza. But if your own is now a prime commercial hub, about difference there. So selling features, not investment. Okay, we have discussed this and we understand what it means. What are the things involved in the investment? Return on investment, location, where the property is located. No, sorry, not location, appreciation, how the property will appreciate, growth in that corridor. Do you understand? With the property, with the area continue to develop infrastructure, what are the things that are coming in that place? That is what you mean by, selling the features, not selling the investment, not the feature. Then weak follow-up. I think we took a whole day to discuss follow-up. Please, the fact that they have the money, high ticket people, they are not ready to just throw the money to you. You need to follow up with them. As I said before, even me, if I have 1 billion in my account now, if there's anything that nothing that will make me to part with that money, it has to be what? Something strong. I need to be, encouraged. Somebody needs to be reminding me, say, oh God, that property, other people want to buy it. If not, I will just be dancing around it. So follow up with what? Is one of the mistakes you have to, that's not following up, is one of the mistakes you have to avoid. Then lack of market knowledge. You must be on top of the game, please. You must be on top of the game. There are questions they will ask you. If you didn't get the question correctly, that's end about the deal. And the good thing is that there are so many, I think this training you are doing is one, and there are so many other means now you need to learn about what is happening in the market. Okay, so the key lessons. One, you build what? Credibility. This is, you can't negotiate this. If you are not credible, you cannot sell high ticket property. Nobody will bring out 1 billion to give you when you are not, they have your company and be 200% sure that you are very, very what? Credible. Then understand investment, present value, network strategically, sell wealth opportunities. Don't sell plaza to people. Sell what? Wealth opportunities. Enduring wealth, legacy. That's what you, don't say somebody, I'm selling a shop to you. I'm selling wealth to you, generational wealth, which of course is true. Okay. So this is where we draw the curtain today. If you have questions, you ask me.
Mark Homes Limited are leading real estate developers based in Abuja, Nigeria. We currently have ongoing development projects with high return on investment. Please visit our website, our social media handle, or contact us on the number displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching this video. We believe you have been positively impacted. Please subscribe, like, and share.